that you were rhyming out there. We all knew them, we all grew up with them, and they're all gone. And, you know, as I said earlier, hopefully there'll be, in the generation behind us, that there'll be characters that they're like to fill the gaps. But I think you find it awful hard, because they were like, the molds were broke on them people, all of them people that you can remember. Anyway, I was over in Castlebar the last day and waiting for the happy bus, the bus back, and I was talking to a man, and he turned to me and he said, you know, my bucket list will never happen. And I says, what do you mean your bucket list will never happen? He says, well, he says, I always hoped, he says, that I'd see Mayo. He says, winning All Ireland final. He says, I don't think it'll happen in our lifetime, Cove. What do you reckon? And as I was getting on the bus, these lines came into my head. Oh, the joy of public transport in the county of Mayo. Oh, the joys of public transport in the county of Mayo. A bit like... What are you standing there for? I'm captured.
I'm making you famous.
Oh, the joys of public transport in the county of Mayo. A bit like lifting Sam Maguire. Operationally slow. Anyway. I was saying to Lee there, I'm going to try a poem that I wrote a few years ago there about a burial ground up at the back of the town there. Some of you know it, the Rockies, and you know we've got a stone put up there, and they're remembered now forever for posterity's sake, that we can walk by there and say a prayer for the people that are buried up on that hill. Anyway, here I go. High above the Rocky, a wind cries for the dead. I haven't got it. Well, I know. It's the first line, as they say. High above the Rocky, a wind sighs for the dead. No, I haven't got it. I'm going to go with the Reek. I'm going to go up the Reek. There's a magical, mystical mountain on the coast of Old Mayo, a reminder of God's greatness to us native folk below, where pilgrims come from far and near to climb its hoary head, to the little chapel on its top, where the Holy Mass is said. Its name it is Crowpatrick, this hill of which I speak, but to us who live in its shadow, it's known simply as the Reek, where long before we heard a Christian bell, to our pagan race a sacred place as well, where druids danced at Lunasa, 'tis said, and at dark Samhain built a fire for the dead. Did heroes of the old times climb its back, or wind their way along its well-worn track? Did Ferdia, before the fated fight, upon its wind-whipped shoulders spend a night? Or Finn, with his faithful hunting hounds, chase great stag below this most holiest of grounds? Until the pious man we'd once enslaved returned once more, our pagan souls he saved, and on that very mountain made his stand, while he banished all the demons from the land. There on the judgment day, so the ancient legends say, he'll lead our souls towards paradise, up its steep and well-trod way. And won't it be a fine sight, when we all bend our backs to climb, all Mayo folk together, in harmony divine. Shinny, sorry for making a mess of it all.